Hi, everybody. It's Saturday, October 14th, 2023. Good afternoon. Welcome to week 6 of the NFL. We're winding down our college football card. Already have a couple winners in the house today, so glad to get off the NHL and back to point spreads. I'm Dana Lane. Welcome to Against the Public. We're the only show that combs through early betting patterns by the public and shows you exactly where you might want to steer clear of early opinion. Today we're jumping on the NFL. We're going to find 5 plays where public trend might be a little bit misguided. Before we get to that, I want to remind you, as I always do on Sundays, this is important on Sundays because this is the day that we absolutely hammer the book. This is the day that we turn our week around or add more money to what we've already won. I have 3 NFL games locked in right now at Pickdawgz for $54.99. You can get all 3, which is a reduction off the individual game cost, which you can do the math yourself. But you get all 3 for one low price of $54.99. And of course, that package comes with our Pickdawgz win guarantee. In today's and tomorrow's package, which is for tomorrow, we got Washington, Atlanta, Detroit, Tampa Bay, and then the Giants and the Bills as your get out game. So you have 3 games, carries you through the entire day, one low price of $54.99. Okay, so let's get to our games today. And this is usually where I get to kind of a statistical thing, but have a prior commitment, so I have to get through this. Right now, before we do that, I want to remind you we're 53-37 on the show, 59% winners after a couple of early winners, as we mentioned today, in college football. And hopefully we'll get there with a couple others later tonight. So we have 3 games, I think, left on our video package. So let's get to our games. Baltimore at the Tennessee Titans, actually versus the Tennessee Titans. Of course, this game's going to be played in London, and it will kick off at 9:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Pacific, and 59% of the money has sent the total from 40 to 43. And the Ravens, to me, turned the ball over way too much. They've dropped a ton of balls, which we saw last weekend. And, we don't know if one week is going to carry over to the other. We'd like to think it doesn't. But they were pretty sloppy last week in their loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for me, Tennessee's settled on way too many field goals and not enough conversions on touchdowns. They now face one of the better teams in the league. So I don't know if you get healthy against the Baltimore Ravens. Tennessee has been terrific against the run. I expect them to be even better this week, considering last week the Colts kind of hurt their feelings a little bit. So this looks like a defensive game for me. I expect to see a better effort in a grinded-out game. I'm going to take the under 43. By the way, Baltimore's 5.5-point favorites. Washington Commanders at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's -1.5. 61% of the spread money is coming in on Washington, which has pushed this number from Atlanta -2.5 down to 1.5. And the Commanders have allowed 33 points a game in their 4 straight losses, including 40 to Chicago last week. I finally have seen something positive out of Desmond Ridder against Houston. I can't put my money behind a team that has to score 34 points to win a game, and certainly not one with Sam Howell at the controls. So we're going to take the Atlanta Falcons -1.5. Game number 3, Seattle Seahawks versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals -3. 58% of the wagers and 67% of the tickets are on the Bengals. 2 separate things, moving that Cincinnati number from 2.5-point favorite to a 3-point favorite, which is on a key number now. Something about the Bengals offense to me certainly is not clicking. I know Jamar Chase says he's open on just about every single play. We'll see. Last week they looked like they were against Arizona, but we'll see if that carries over to 2 weeks in a row. Doing it against the Cardinals and then coming back and doing it against Seattle. 2 separate things for sure. Seattle has won 3 straight games and had a week to prepare, literally 2 weeks to prepare. Take Seattle plus the 3. Indianapolis versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville -4. 92% of the wagering is on the under, which has moved this number from 45 to 44. And of course, we know the reason for that. Gardner Minshew will start at quarterback for the Colts in place of Anthony Richardson, who has been ruled out. I think there's going to be a letdown for Jacksonville after returning from London, even with this game being at home, being the quickest trip possible, really, I guess, if you're coming back from London. Expect them to come out a little bit sluggish. I think they're going to give the Colts a head start, as they did a couple years ago against the Raiders when they came back from London. And hear me out on this, because you would think, well, as time goes on, you're going to get a little bit, you're going to get a little tired. And what I think is that really does apply to the defenses and not so much to the offense. I think the offense is going to perk right back up in the second half. I do think they're going to come out sluggish, but I think it's the defenses that are really, and specifically the Jaguars defense, that are really going to feel it as the game goes on. I always think these type of things are easier for the offense, who knows where they're going, versus the defense, who is reacting to where an offensive player is going. I think we're going to take the over 44 in this game. And finally, Carolina at Miami. Miami 14.5-point favorites. Not a surprise there. What is kind of a surprise is 63% of the week's money is on the under 47.5 after the total opened at 48. We have two Alabama quarterbacks going at it. Of course, Tua and Bryce Young. Miami obviously has one of the best offenses in the NFL, one of the fastest teams in the league too. The Panthers' pass defense last week was horrific against Jared Goff. Goff threw three touchdowns against them. I just don't see how that's going to change this week. If Young continues to turn the ball over, the Dolphins are going to not only have short fields, but they're going to convert on those short fields attempt. Even if he doesn't, even if we see one pick in this game, I think Miami's got enough speed and enough offense where they're going to get the majority of that 47.5 by themselves. So we're going to take the over 47.5. So that does it for today's video. Just to recap, Baltimore, Tennessee under 43. That's an early game. Atlanta plus 1.5. Check that. Atlanta minus 1.5. Seattle plus the 3, Indianapolis, Jacksonville over 44, and Carolina, Miami over the 47.5. And that should give us a good start to the day. All those games are early, so we can sit back and relax and kind of pick through the games that I have up on Pick Dawgz right now, which are one afternoon game and a couple afternoon, or one morning game and a couple afternoon games if you're in the Pacific Coast time. I have my 3-pack up right now on pickdawgz.com. 3 games, $54.99 with our Pick Dawg guarantee. In addition to a new package that I have. If you want to take advantage of that, you get 7 days of the NFL, which is essentially a week, knowing they don't play every single day. But you get every game. You get Sunday's game, you get Monday's game, and you also get Thursday's game for $129.99. And of course, we back every single one of those selections, including the 3-pack. If you don't profit on the 3-pack, you will get an immediate site credit on Pick Dawgz as kind of a thank you. So all that going on at Pick Dawgz. Thank you for watching our video. No matter how you join me, please join me on Sunday. Sunday's always typically my best day. And feel free to DM me at Dana Lane Sports or leave a message on the YouTube page. More than happy to respond when I get a chance to get on there and look. So for Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. We'll see you tomorrow. I wish you guys all the best, and let's get the remainder of those games on today's card.